Hello everyone. Welcome to e-Anudan portal by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This video is being created by Web3ness Metaverse Private Limited to educate you all about how to file grants to Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. We have been discussing about e-Anudan for a lot of time through a master class, to private calls, and through different sources on like how to be filing on this portal, right? So here, like I'll be telling you one by one. So on upwards, like you have to just type grants dash msje.gov.in, right? And then you will come on to this page of e-Anudan. So here, as you see, it's written online portal for granting aid schemes. So this portal facilitates online submission of NGO's proposal along with the prescribed documents and automates the complete process for issuing of grants, right? So now like we'll see here, like see the schemes are mentioned, new year current, and then RCFD are closed. Okay, so you go on this new year current schemes. So here like you will get to know about different schemes which are ongoing and open for getting submissions. So this one is a portal is open for seeking application for eligible NGOs for first installment of GIAs of ongoing and new for year 2024-25 under ADIP scheme. So ADIP is a scheme by MSJ, right? So under that they are accepting applications from eligible NGO for the first installment, right? Then there is a Shrestha scheme for this is a residential hostel scheme. So under that you can like apply for the project. Then like you have like scheme. So here like you can apply. So see here two things are mentioned. First is like second installment of GIA under ongoing residential. Second installment means ki like who have already been sanctioned the first installment in the past financial year, so they can submit for the second installment, right? And those who are new in 2024 and 25, so they can submit for the first installment, right? So here it's mentioned first installment and second installment. Portal is open for seeking applications for AVY, IPSRC, IPOP, first installment for financial year 2024-25, ongoing cases only. Last date is 30th June. So today is 25th June and 5 days are left to file. Although since this ministry takes application on a rotation basis, so there's nothing much to worry. It will once the standing committee of like Ianudan is finalized. After that, also few proposal submission time will be given to NGOs. But since the applications are on, so I'll suggest ki at least register yourself, update your bank account, and fill up all the details related to project ID development. So now we will log in provided by one of our partner NGOs, right? To just give you an overview of the dashboard, what's inside. So it's so I'm logging in. So here we go. So this is the complete dashboard which gets opened after like you put your e-Anudan ID and password. So this is the NGO's unique ID what you get from Niti Aayog. So one thing is here ki like your NGO Darpan registration is mandatory. So it cannot happen ki you didn't register NGO Darpan and directly get registered on e-Anudan. So e-Anudan ID is sanctioned through NGO Darpan only. So this is the unique ID you get from Niti Aayog, and this is the NGO name, know your application status. So here like you can know your application status. So right now since like we haven't filed any project from here, so that's why there's no sort of status given over here, right? Then we have application submitted by the NGO. So here like different applications which are submitted by the NGO for financial year 24-25 can be searched. Since like we haven't submitted any application right now, so that's why this is also blank. So from here, like we see how we can add schemes. So we already added this scheme, so we can just reset, and then like I'll tell you, these are different schemes one by one. There's a scheme for assistance to person with disability for purchase, yeah, fitting of aids and appliances. This is called ADP scheme. So under ADP scheme, you can apply for projects that's related to providing equipments, aid equipments to persons with disability. That can be an ear equipment, eye equipment for visually impaired. That can be for someone who is not having their limbs, right? So that can depend, which can empower the disabled person through equipment. Then assistant to voluntary organizations for welfare of OBCs. So OBC is who the people who are in OBC for their welfare, and they have some kind of a fund. Then free coaching scheme for SC and OBC students. So if you are an educational organization, then you can run free coaching scheme for them, and the Anudan organization, that is ministry, would be providing you the grant for running it for free. There is a scheme for residential education for students in higher schools in targeted areas for SC welfare. So we have been seeing there are different residential schools established for uh, scheduled caste welfare. So for that you can submit proposal, that is called Shrestha scheme. We have National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction, NAPDDR. So see, like people like who are addicted to drugs, uh, and you can like create a plan for their rehabilitation something. Then you have the Dayal Divyangjan rehabilitation scheme to promote voluntary action for persons with disability. So disabled person, for them you can promote, have different scheme for their uh, support and empowerment. Then you have support for marginalized individual for livelihood and enterprise. So you can help, like let's say transgender, or let's say some child, some beggars or somewhere, to set up their livelihood opportunity, maybe a shop, maybe some kind of an enterprise. So that is covered under Smiley scheme. Then you have National Action Plan for senior citizens. So that is for the old age homes, and how to empower them, how they can live their life after retirement. So those kind of projects come under this. So these are the different schemes. So they are available here, and that can be added once you add it through this. So it comes over here. So registered scheme, you can choose what kind of schemes you have to apply, and likewise you can apply. And after choosing the scheme, you can just place submit, right? So since I had already added these schemes, so there is no change in the schemes, right? So these were all the schemes that are available, right? So I just added it for convenience. So now the next thing is key, after adding the scheme, like you have to enter your bank details, right? So bank details is very mandatory because here the money comes directly in your bank account, right? So these bank details have to be mentioned, okay, where your bank belongs to and everything. These things you can enter, right? Here you can choose the scheme, then you can choose the state and everything. So this is very clear. Anyone can do and do the final submission. After entering your bank details, so all your bank detail will appear over here, right? And then like search your NGO details by unique ID. So here, like your NGO's basic information is there, NGO sanction information is there, ki how much funds have been released, when it has been released. So acknowledgement number, proposal closing date, deficiency notification, first installment, second installment, third installment. So there are three installments given, right, for any funds. So it's so total, like how much, how many rupees have been finalized, acknowledged. So that can be come over here. Next is a search map proposals by project ID. So here once you enter a project ID, you can like view all the map proposals related to that project ID. Once your project ID is created, then only like you will be able to submit proposal. And project ID, how it's created, how it's done, and different things. So that will be discussing one by one over here. So these are the important information to create the project ID. So first NGO must log in into the account, then have to create proposal for Inudan, add new project location, then you can create project ID. So after this, you can just submit. Now let's say ki if you want to create a project ID for Deen Dayal Rehabilitation Scheme, right? So you can click on application form for DDRC. Once you click on application form of DDRC, then we'll have to choose state. Let's say you chose Bihar, and then you have to choose your district. Let's say you choose Patna, right? So here, like you can search if you're already having a project ID on the created on that location. If you don't have any project ID created on that location, so you can just simply create a new project ID. So now when you create a new project ID for a particular location, they will ask you for two things. Is it an ongoing project? Is it like ongoing? Is it for the second installment or something? Or is it like new project? So you can just means like have you been doing the project from before and now you need assistance from the government, or like is it going to be starting as a new from scratch, right? So since it's DDRS, here you can choose the scheme with the different schemes mentioned. Once you choose the scheme, then you have to choose the project name. So here like different like projects related to your your location and all is given, right? So in DDRS you can open cross disability preschools and early intervention with option for home based rehabilitation and community rehabilitation project. A special school for the children with hearing disability with option for home based rehabilitation. So here like you'll be able to see different like projects related to that. So let's say for drugs, right? And we have for drugs we have SLCA. So for different scheme, likewise it will come. So you can just choose anything. Let's say cross disability therapy and counseling center project, right? So now after that, after choosing the scheme name and scheme project, you have to choose the project area type. Let's say is it urban or is it rural, right? For then for rural you have to like fill all these details, and for urban you have to fill all these details, right? So for urban like project state, project district, project block, municipality area, your particular address, an organization email ID, name of project in charge, email ID of project in charge. All this is your building like where the project is to be done, owned by you, rented by you, or is it on lease, or is it donated by someone. So these things you have to mention, and after that you have to save your project location, right? Same thing you have to do with the rural thing, right? So here like you have to mention about the village, in which village you are going to do the project and everything, right? Then you have to save your project location. So once you save your project location, and then like you have to contact district collector at DM for project location purpose, right? And then since your like application goes to the ministry, and then from there like all the things are taken forward. So this is all the thing related to Ianudan. So I would suggest the NGOs like who haven't yet filed application for like project ID to firstly do two things at least: enter the bank details, right? Enter the bank details and complete this, and thereafter they can upload their uh, sorry do their first application form, fill their application form and create their project ID for whichever project they are willing to move forward, right? So we have to create project ID, new. So this is it. So okay, so I think we are done, right? And for any problem related to your registration, how to create a project ID, all these things, like you can reach out to Web3 Metaverse Private Limited. Maybe Shivani or Shalini must have been in contact with you priorly because they are handling this project of Ianuda on behalf of our agency. So you can just contact us and we'll get back to you. Okay. Thank you.